Hey, Debi Krichbaum here. Wanted to go over a few things about Carlsbad real estate and why this is the best place to live on the planet. So, for starters, here we are in February, just the very beginning of February 2023. I did a gym workout this morning, and that's kind of why I have my sweatshirt on. As I sit here, oops, I lost a head earbud right there. Sorry, blooper. Uh, as I sit here, it is, I'd say, probably 60 degrees. Uh, I'm actually kind of sitting in the shade as well so that I can kind of get the right lighting for capturing the video. But it's probably 60, 65-ish degrees. It'll probably get to 65 or 70 today. And so in about half an hour, I'm going to take the sweatshirt off. I've got short sleeves on, and I probably won't need a sweatshirt again until probably about 7 at night. So not a lot of places that have a comfortable climate year round as we do. Other things that are fantastic about Carlsbad. We are, if you're in the northern part of Carlsbad, we call the area that is west of the freeway. So the freeway that runs through the San Diego area, the main one that goes north and south is the Interstate 5 freeway. Bragging rights are if you live west of the 5. And there's only about, I don't know, I'd say maybe a mile of potential property from the going west of the 5 freeway until you hit the sand. So that's kind of a huge bragging rights thing. And I do tell clients that are coming to the area, if you want guaranteed future appreciation on your property, only buy west of the 5. And that's kind of something that I subscribe to myself for Carlsbad. If you're working with me in a totally different part of San Diego, it doesn't matter. But for Carlsbad, it does. So with Carlsbad Village, walkability is huge. So though we own some bicycles, the area called Carlsbad Village is flat. So whether you have just a regular beach cruiser or you are just walking, it is very comfortable. Everything is very close proximity. I mean, literally from my own condo, it's 2.5 blocks to the heart of the hub of Carlsbad Village. There's a train station right there, and it not only goes south, which would be to the heart of San Diego, but where the train takes off, there's then a bus station, or you can bus around or whatever. There's trolleys that would take you clear down to the Mexico border if you want to do that. There's a good number of Americans who actually have found that the Tijuana airport is right across the border. And though I have not done it personally, it sounds like there's a bridge that kind of goes over right on into the terminal. So it sounds really easy. And everybody talks about that the flights are cheaper. So that's something that you might want to check out as well. But what I love is if you fly into San Diego, the Lindbergh Field Airport, there is a very simple bus, or you could Uber or Lyft, whichever brand you like, to the train station, which is probably 1 to 3 miles away. I've taken the bus before because this is how we travel without having a car at the airport. Then you get on the train, and it is about an hour train ride to Carlsbad Village. Now, it's not because of distance. It's because in the US, we do not have those amazing high-speed trains that you have in Europe. And so it's more like a bus route. And so you get on, and every probably 5 miles, the train stops. People get on, people get off. So it's literally, I'd say mileage wise from the airport, I'll have to throw that down below or something. It's probably 25 miles, maybe 30 miles, but it takes a good hour. So anyway, you get off at Carlsbad Village train station. You're in the heart of Carlsbad Village. From there, there's awesome restaurants, there's shops, there's boutiques. There's so much to do. Of course, there's the beach. And if you don't have beach equipment with you, there's a really handy place right by the sand that will rent you all the stuff that you need. So it's very cool. What we don't have, and this is a European thing that I think is amazing, and I'm looking forward to this in this town that we're checking out in Italy, is those private beach areas where they have the lounge chairs and the umbrellas already set up. Oh my gosh, if you didn't have to lug all your crap to the beach, and you could just pay somebody for a day's rate and then just bring yourself and your sunscreen, and they served you beverages and food. That would be a paradise for me. But back to great things about Carlsbad. The other thing that's fantastic is if you have kids or you're planning to move to Carlsbad with kids, we've got fantastic schools, and obviously the proof they always say is in the test scores. So you can certainly check out Google, however you want to get there, Carlsbad, California schools, and they're fantastic schools. And not only for academics, I find, because my kids all went through Carlsbad High School, they were stellar in so many things. For example, they have if your kid is into production and filming and news reporting and things like that, Carlsbad High School has the best in the nation. Actually, it truly is. That's not faking it. The best student television station in the entire nation, and it has been that way forever. It looks literally like you're at a professional CBS, NBC, Fox, whatever news station. It's really cool. If your kid's into speech and debate, they have the top in the nation speech and debate. If your kid's into sports, I know they do really, really well in surfing. I think they were like so in most of the other sports. I know when I was in the school's gymnasium, you would see kind of the awards around, and some of the sports they do so in. So I don't think if you have an NFL football player, actually, I take that back. Two of one of my son's dearest friends, I won't name names here for, confidentiality, but there are two kids that graduated Carlsbad High School a few years ago, brothers, and they were both drafted into the NFL. And so even if it wasn't a football team that was, the top, whatever, the players' recognition was there, and they now probably make big bucks, and they are in the NFL. So good for them. Other activities that are really great, even with Carlsbad High School, is they have a lot of programs that get the kids ready for life. For example, I know they have a really good arts program, and I know some of the kids have gone on to be artists and things like that. They've got I think, again, I'm not sure if it's truly top in the nation, but their Lancer Dancer girls are so good that they're better than most of the professional cheerleader squads from like the basketball teams and the football teams, things like that. Okay, so those are some great things with Carlsbad. Proximity. If you go north, you can hit Disneyland. It's 60 miles away. So más o menos the traffic in 0 to an hour and a half. If you go south, 30 minutes from Carlsbad is the Mexican border, and there's Tijuana. There's many places beyond Tijuana that a lot of the locals go to. If you go east, you will hit, not exactly east, but pretty much east. You'll hit Palm Springs, and that whole desert region is like a great place. If you go east from Carlsbad about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and then north, you'll hit this charming town of Temecula, and it is just an amazing town. It's got an adorable downtown, really old, historical looking, a Western kind of town. It's really cute. And if you go, let's see, north from Temecula, I'm trying to think of where we go. Big Bear, if you go another, I guess it'd be like an hour and a half probably from Temecula, you'll hit Big Bear, which to those of us that love the San Diego lifestyle, it's perfectly fine for skiing and snowboarding. If you're really professional, then people go to Mammoth, which is, I think, 7 or 8 hours away. But good Lord, if you just want to get a few runs in and drink some beers and have a burger in, ski and snowboard in a t-shirt, Big Bear is pretty amazing. So those are some great things that I love about Carlsbad, and I'd be curious to get your input of things that you like as well. If you have come to Carlsbad, or if you're planning to come to Carlsbad and you have questions, just ask below, and I'll incorporate another video that'll answer other things that we can love and learn about Carlsbad.